no fault, no blame, but a hopeful flame. I am an ever watchful owl, I perch up on a tree, I observe life patterns throughout history. Ever since the dawn of man you've been communal creatures, relationships with man and beast shaped our landscape features. Dependence on our weather, the rain and sun it brings, dictated how survival went, hence your ritual offerings. Arcane science brought wisdom, demystifying natural forces, mindful of their influence, guiding us to make wise choices. Practices of farming sympathetic to the land facilitated settlement without degrading it to sand. Plants and herbal remedies were foraged in the woods. Long before our medicines were developed, they understood. These heady days when science was an art form and a faith, humans thrived in nature, each one knew its place. The problem came when money became the most important thing. Lands became possessions territorialized by kings. Taxes put more pressure on poor struggling farmers. Sympathetic practices gave way to something harsher. Land became segmented. Towns began to grow. You lost your close connection to the land and how it flows. Towns turned into cities. You discovered fossil fuels. Factories took over. Nature became a tool. So much ancient wisdom was belittled and besmirched. In fact, it became subversive according to the church. Healers branded witches, religious battles raged. Your friendship with the planet turned from compassion to all-out rage. You plundered her resources, your arrogance reigned supreme. You dominated nature, you stopped working as a team. You learned to tap the energy flowing through the earth and use it for technology, giving the internet its birth. With every step you were further swept away from nature's kindness. Lack of interaction led unwittingly to your current nature blindness. You understand that nature is fundamental to us all, but your detachment from its workings is what's causing your downfall. All these small steps pave the way to where you are today. It's not your fault you may not feel connection in any way. Nature is a fine-tuned engine that needs regular care to last, but you treat her like a banger, driving her too hard and too fast. Just like with an engine, you rarely peek inside the bonnet, and even if you did, most would not know how to look upon it. Your car is fixed with urgency, you need it to survive. It's the same for Mother Nature, she needs your help to stay alive. You all take it for granted that nature does its thing until odd things start to happen and you all start panicking. Imagine nature is a person who's worn out and needing sleep, unable to get any rest, her attention span is weak. Emotional and wobbly, she does her level best, but all of this multitasking put her cycles to the test. For everything she fixes, we mess it up again, like naughty little children playing havoc in her den. And like every mother, she'd love to share the chores, just like people used to in bygone times, steeped in old folklore. This is the delightful part. You will hold connection deep inside. Inherited wisdom you can tap into if you try. Stories read to children, songs as old as time, superstitious rituals have passed on down the lines. Resurgence of healing practices, the rise of outdoor pursuits, growing environmental awareness helps you tap into your roots. Appreciating nature for the benefits it brings nurtures understanding and our sense of belonging. Realizing that all of us are one part of the whole helps us understand why all our actions take a toll. There's no need for guilt trips. Let's make more proactive moves. To combat past malpractices, it's your behaviours you can improve. Charities do wondrous work, but that's not enough alone. Truly helpful movements require changes in every home. Being far less wasteful, switching off the lights, recycling and repurposing, reducing litter's blight, enjoying nature's wildness away from glaring screens, indulging in quiet hobbies that make you feel serene, basking in the sunlight through the dappled leaves, paddling in the ocean or climbing lots of trees. These things reconnect us and help us learn to care. They nurture our contentment as well as make us more aware. They encourage interactions between all living things, and with this connection your hearts and minds will be in sync. And remember that it's not your fault. There's no need for blame. Let's focus on our mission to love nature once again. Before us is a challenge, behind us are our mistakes. Amongst us are the people who will do all that it takes. Thank you for listening.